Welcome to Volume 8 of the Australian and New Zealand Harness Racing Year. Once again, the highlight of the season, both in Australia and New Zealand, was the 1993-94 Australasian Grand Circuit. Bonuses ranging from $150,000 for 6 wins to $500,000 for 9 wins, including the Inter-Dominion Grand Final, were on offer for the 11-race series. But a minimum of 6 wins instead of 5 in previous years was needed to claim any of the bonuses. With races spread out with more time between events and with no date clashes, it seemed relatively easy for a horse to earn some of the insured bonus money on offer. The star of the 1993-94 Grand Circuit was the Australian-owned but New Zealand-trained Chokin, who claimed 4 of the 11 events. Reigning Inter-Dominion champion Jack Morris won 2 Grand Circuit races early in the season before being sidelined by injury, while the 1994 Inter-Dominion champion Weona Warrior also claimed 2 victories. The other Grand Circuit events were shared by Warrior Khan, Master Musician and Hilarion Star. The Grand Circuit bonus was not won, but the $60,000 bonus for the Australian legs of the series went to the connections of Jack Morris, with 2 wins and a second in early races, and then sidelined through injury. Jack Morris picked up 12 points to win narrowly from Weona Warrior 11 and Chokin 10. The Grand Circuit opened with the $100,000 Queensland Pacing Championship at Albion Park on October 16 and featured the return clash of Jack Morris and Warrior Khan. A little over 5 months earlier, these exciting paces thrilled Albion Park patrons when they fought out the Inter-Dominion Grand Final. Jack Morris emerged victorious that night, but this time Andrew Peace and Warrior Khan reversed the result, albeit only by a half head, rating 157 for the mobile 2,100 metres. Jack Morris had to change course when Warrior Khan shifted out slightly in the straight, and after the race, Sean Harney admitted he had seriously considered lodging a protest.
Well, they haven't been out to break any records. 32, first quarter of the last mile, and Weona Warrior is getting all his own way in front. Warrior Khan second the outside. The slow speed won't help him either. Third on the inside, Make a Fuse. Band Magic fourth. Fifth on the inside, Linwood Gem. Now Jack Morris is about to start a run 3 wide, and he's sprinting hard and fast. Then came Pappy McCoy, almost an angel, and a length and a half to Rustic Lad last. They sped up to the next quarter, 30.2. Inside the 600 metres, and Warrior Khan's eyeballing Weona Warrior, and Warrior Khan drew ahead clear. Jack Morris looms ominously into third spot. He's only a half a length behind Warrior Khan. They're followed by Band Magic looking for the way clear. Then Make a Fuse, almost an angel. Pappy McCoy, Linwood Gem and Rustic Lad last of all. 300 metres to go. They sizzled up the back straight in 27.7. And it's going to be a survival of the fittest. Weona Warrior on the inside kicks back momentarily, but Warrior Khan will turn just in front. Jack Morris trying to get them on the outside. They're homeward bound. Warrior Khan given full bore. Weona Warrior fights on for the moment. Jack Morris can't reach them. It's Warrior Khan and Weona Warrior. Jack Morris now knuckling down to the task, but it's Warrior Khan. Warrior Khan beats Jack Morris. Third in on the inside, Weona Warrior. Then came Band Magic, followed
A fortnight later, the cream of Australian pacing gathered at Moonee Valley for the running of the $100,000 Australian Pacing Championship. Jack Morris and Warrior Khan were there along with Nicholas Branagh and Odds Torado, who had filled the first 2 placings in the Kilmore Cup 5 days earlier. Outside the leader early, and the pace slackened off. Sean Harney sent Jack Morris to the front when Warrior Khan made a lightning move from the rear and then withstood a fast finish from Nicholas Branagh to win by a half head, rating 159.5 with the last half mile in a sizzling 55.9 seconds.
At the 1,000 metres they race in Australian Pacing Championship. After the bell to the back they head towards the 800 metre corner. Quarter in a 30.1. Jack Morris in front. Second a metre and a half away. Warrior Khan the outside. 2 metres away. Third is Odds Torado. Fourth on the outside, Weona Warrior. Then Nicholas Branagh as they sprint. 3 metres to Halia, 5 metres to Almost an Angel, then Cura Harpo Lord, and the last 2, 6 metres to Imprimatur back on the inside of Franco Tiger. At the 500 metres they race, second quarter in a 31. Jack Morris in full flight. 2 metres away, Warrior Khan. A metre back, Odds Torado. Here's Halia now. He pulls to the outside, followed by Weona Warrior. Nicholas Branagh needs a run. 5 metres away, Almost an Angel. Then Cura Harpo Lord, Imprimatur, and Franco Tiger back of the tail. But Jack Morris bolted around the turn at the 200 metres. Third quarter in a 27.3. Jack Morris raced away. Odds Torado gets out in time. Warrior Khan gone. Nicholas Branagh making ground the rail. Sean Harney goes for Jack Morris. Here's Nicholas Branagh, the quiet achiever. He's flashing him on the rail. Just in front, Jack Morris. Nicholas Branagh lunging, but Jack gets there. Jack Morris Morris by a half neck to Nicholas Branagh. Third odds Dorado. Close up We Own a Warrior.
A glamour juvenile pacer at 2 and 3, Chokin missed his 4-year-old career through injury. Returning as a 5-year-old, he finally received the stamp of greatness with an outstanding win in the $300,000 New Zealand Cup at Christchurch in November. Starting from barrier 8 with Tony Herlihy in the sulky, Chokin relished the wide-open stretches at Addington to win by a length, running the 2 miles in 4 minutes 04.7, a mile rate of 2:03.1. It was the 8th win in as many starts on the track for the Roy and Barry Purdon-trained son of Vance Hanover and Nels Pride. It was the Purdons' 3rd New Zealand Cup win in 6 years, with Luxury Liner in 1988 and Christopher Vance in 1991, also claiming the big race, with Herlihy also in the sulky each time.
Down the back straight in the Cup, and Chokin has led them almost from the start. He's a length in front from Christopher Vance with So Go the Rail Master Musician's gone up 3 wide, and Robert Dunn seems to have a good hold of him. It's followed by Tigerish in the centre, Giovanetto back in the rail. Blossom Lady is 3 wide. After those, they were followed by Smooth Gretna, Abdias blocked in the inside, Remote Stream the outer, and the last 2 are 2 under and in such as they come round the bend. The 1993 DB Draft New Zealand Cup, it's led by Chokin. He turns for home in front. Christopher Vance is struggling a bit. So Go's going to get the gap on the outside in a minute, and Master Musician and Giovanetto's looking for the run in the inner, and Blossom Lady's wider in the track. It's Chokin in front. Master Musician and Blossom Lady's trying to cut them down on the outside. It's Chokin, Master Musician and Blossom Lady and Giovanetto, but Chokin's won the Cup. Second home, Master Musician, Giovanetto on a photo. Blossom Lady was 4th. It was followed home by Sogo.
A fortnight after his Australian Pacing Championship victory, Jack Morris went to a clear lead on the Grand Circuit points table when he scored a hollow victory in the $100,000 Tasmanian Pacing Championships in Hobart. Traditionally run during the Christmas-New Year period, the race was moved out of its normal time slot to November to create more opportunity for horses to compete in other Grand Circuit races in the congested end-of-the-year period. A prohibitive 11-8 on favourite, Jack Morris blitzed his rivals to win by 9 metres, rating 159. Warrior Khan made the pace, but was a beaten horse with 600 metres to travel and finished tailed off last.
At the rear, 800 metres to go. They come up to the post with the bell ringing. Warrior Khan about to be joined in the lead by Jack Morris. Pushing on, 3rd on the rails, 4th on the outside, So Adam. Then came on Parade, Gold Label, Corralda, Jet, Goodtown. Genghis Corralda's pushed out wide as Halia wants to make a run. Heading to the back straight, 600 to go. Warrior Khan still just in front. Jack Morris now goes up and puts his nose in front. Pushing on has left the rails and he's going to make a run. On Parade was next, Gold Label down the outside. They were followed further back in the field of Halia, but Jack Morris sprints clear as they go to the 400. He's 10 or 12 metres in front of Pushing on. Gold Label's coming up on the outside, then On Parade. Now Halia sees daylight. I mean, he's got a lot of ground to make up. Corralda Jet next, but Genghis Corralda, Goodtown, So Adam, and Warrior Khan is last. Around the home turn, and Jack Morris is going further ahead. Jack Morris a mile in front as they swing for the judge. Gold Label in second place, Halia down the outside, followed by On Parade. But Jack Morris, what a champion he is. He goes to the line full of running to win it very, very easily. Gold Label second, Halia third, 4th down the outside, Genghis Corralda.
Chokin's win in the 1993 Miracle Mile at Harold Park later that month was something of an anticlimax to the media hype leading up to the race. Under fire from owners whose horses did not secure an invitation to compete in the select 6-horse field, New South Wales Harness Racing Club officials came under further fire with only seconds to go before the start. Already, the winner of 2 legs of the Grand Circuit, Jack Morris, was a hot favourite from barrier 3, but was scratched after the club veterinary surgeon noticed a trickle of blood coming from his nostrils. With Jack Morris standing dejectedly in his stall, surrounded by equally dejected connections, Chokin and Tony Herlihy strolled home to an effortless victory, but returned to boos and catcalls from a crowd who obviously felt cheated with the late scratching of Jack Morris. Herlihy got away with running the second quarter in a pedestrian 33.9 seconds, unheard of in a Miracle Mile, to stop the clock at exactly 2 minutes, the slowest time since Lacano recorded a similar time in 1980. Nevertheless, it was a thoroughly deserved victory, making complete amends for Chokin's previous Miracle Mile appearance. 2 years earlier when he crashed to the track on the home turn as a raw and inexperienced 3-year-old.
We own a Warrior. Now he's coming off the fence on Franco Tiger. We own a Warrior did too and put him 3 wide. And a length away last is Master Musician. In the straight now to get the bell. And the leader is Chokin. Here comes last year's winner, Franco Tiger. He moves up on the outside. Sableyes behind the leader. We own a Warrior in the 1 and a length away last is Master Musician. Second quarter was a very slow 33.9. Chokin's doing it well. And in the run to the back leads by 3/4 of a length Franco Tiger. Sableyes in behind the leader. Fourth is We Own a Warrior and a length away to Master Musician. Down the back now and Chokin is just in front of Franco Tiger is putting the pressure to him now. And here comes Master Musician. He's starting to sprint up quickly. We Own a Warrior came out in front of him and put him 4 wide. Sableyes on the fence wanting a run. Chokin, he's getting busy in front now. Leads 3/4 to Franco Tiger. 3 wide as We Own a Warrior. Sableyes still held up for a run. And a length to Master Musician, who's back last again, but Chokin is the leader on the turn. Chokin heads up a length in front of Sableyes. The mare's about to get out and come after the New Zealander. Chokin in front of Sableyes. Further out then is Franco Tiger, but it's Chokin in front of the Miracle Mile. Sableyes trying hard, but it's a New Zealand victory. Chokin wins the Miracle Mile by a length. Sableyes second. Master Musician's got up for third in front of We Own a Warrior. And Franco Tiger was last of all.
Despite the absence of Jack Morris, who had returned to Perth, and Chokin, who had gone back to Auckland, the $150,000 MH Treuer Memorial at Bankstown in December contained a strong field of Grand Circuit pacers. Franco Ice, attempting a comeback after a series of injuries which sidelined him for 20 months, was sent to the front early by Gavin Lang and maintained a strong and fierce pace. Master Musician, who had chased Chokin home at his 3 previous runs, was 3 wide for 800 metres and challenged Franco Ice in the last 600 metres, then held off a desperate Franco Tiger to win by a half head in a protest-barred finish, with the fast-finishing Curahapo Lord third. Driven by Robert Dunn, Master Musician rated 2 minutes and 0.4 seconds, but Franco Tiger was the unlucky runner of the race after locking wheels with Master Musician at a crucial stage in the home straight. Darren Hancock, who fired in an objection against the winner, was so concerned about trying to disengage carts and navigate an uninterrupted course over the concluding stages that he was unable to release Franco Tiger's earplugs, and the gelding went to the line with the deafness still intact. The controversy over the protest decision raged for months and became the subject of Supreme Court action.
Down to get the bell now in the Treuer Memorial, and the winner 2 years ago, Franco Ice. He's the leader by a length. We Own a Warrior. Master Musician striding up on the outside. On the rail, O'Needon Supreme from Franco Tiger, the Unicorn. 3 deep track by Nicholas Brannock. Curahapo Lord on the inside from Odsterado. And Ben Magic is last of all. 600 to go, and Franco Ice led them into the back. He's a length. We Own a Warrior. Master Musician on the outsides had to do it pretty tough. A length away, Franco Tiger. 3 wide, the Unicorn on the fence, O'Needon Supreme. And then Nicholas Brannock, followed by Curahapo Lord. And then Odsterado. 400 to go. Franco Ice, Kenny's legs last out. He's about a neck, Master Musician. Franco Tiger's coming into it 3 wide. And then We Own a Warrior, followed by Curahapo Lord. On the turn, and the New Zealander Master Musician went past Franco Ice. Franco Tiger's running a great race. He's coming at Master Musician. We Own a Warrior into the clear next, but Master Musician and Franco Tiger are going to battle it out. Master Musician in front, Franco Tiger. They lock wheels. They've locked wheels here. Master Musician got going again. Franco Tiger comes at him. Curahapo Lord late, but Master Musician's just won, I think. Franco Tiger's dived at him. You'll hear more anyway. Master Musician and Franco Tiger hit it locked together, and Curahapo Lord was zooming home.
Chokin became New Zealand's 6th millionaire pacer and wrapped up his 3rd Grand Circuit race for the season when he ran the fastest 2 miles ever recorded to win the $250,000 Auckland Cup at Alexandra Park in late December. With Master Musician sidelined through injury, Chokin came off 10 metres to win by 1.5 metres, running the 3,200 metres in a world record 3:59.5. The 2-minute mark is the foundation on which the industry has been founded. The standard between real horses and pretenders to break it twice, back to back, from a standing start, sometimes 3 and 4 wide, is the mark of an equine freak. Chokin ran his last mile in 1:55.6, his final 800 metres wide in 55.8 seconds, and the last quarter in 28.1. The victory, his 25th, lifted his career earnings to $1,130,295. But there was more to come.
The ball
So they whipped down the back towards the 700, and Franco Ice supplied the pressure. 2.5 Butler's Reward. 2 unders looming up on the outside there, followed up Dyson Giovanetto. In behind them, Chokin's travelling well enough, about 7 off the paces, followed Smooth Genghis, who tried to hook out wider out the Indosago there, followed by Christopher Vance in Montana Vance and Sabriola's given it away. Franco Ice taking them across to the 400 now by 2 lengths. Abdias coming into it rapidly, followed by 2 under. Chokin's right there too, and there followed Sogo, Giovanetto and Smooth Genghis, Christopher Vance, Montana Vance. But round the turn they come in the 1993 Lion Red Auckland Trotting Cup, and Franco Ice kicked about 2 lengths on Chokin, who's coming into his lead very quickly. They're followed by Abdias, Franco Ice. Chokin moved up alongside to eyeball it. Chokin's hit the front from Franco Ice. Out deeper Christopher Vance, but Chokin's going to be too good. Won the Lion Red Auckland Trotting Cup for 93 from Franco Ice. Christopher Vance raced into third. There followed Abdias and Smooth Genghis on the outside, then to Sogo.
Jack Morris may have had a lapse of form, but nothing could be taken away from Hilarion Star's brilliant win in the $250,000 Be Active West Australian Pacing Cup at Gloucester Park in early January. Driven superbly by Chris Lewis, Hilarion Star was perfectly positioned throughout and came home over the top of his rivals to beat Justa Boyden and Zakara by a metre, with Jack Morris a close fourth. Purchased for $4,000 at the 1989 West Australian yearling sales, the win lifted Hilarion Star's career earnings to $350,964. The result of 23 wins and 13 placings from 46 starts. It was Lewis's 4th win in West Australia's premier race. He also won in 1986, 88 and 89 on multi-millionaire Village Kid.
At the bell, 30.9 that quarter. The half in 63 seconds. It's the slowest pacing cup imaginable with 600 to run. The leader is Justa Boyden being held together. He let a neck on a gallant Zakara. On the fence is Hilarion Star. Jack Morris is poised like a rattlesnake. He's ready to strike. Followed down on the inside by Hot Mix and further back in the field to Hugh Maguire. But it's Justa Boyden and Zakara about to leave the far side. 28.6 that stanza. Justa Boyden a half length on Zakara. Hilarion Star working into the clear 3 wide. Jack Morris taken 4 deep, and then Hot Mix coming to the home turn. It's Justa Boyden the leader. Justa Boyden a length on Zakara. Wider out now Hilarion Star. Jack Morris needs to do more. Justa Boyden in front. Hilarion Star is cutting him down. Hilarion Star, Justa Boyden, and the chestnut's going to be too good. Hilarion Star beat Justa Boyden or Zakara, who lifted strongly. Jack Morris, well, he's not the same horse.
Leading New South Wales horseman Brian Hancock returned to the scene of some of his greatest triumphs when he slipped across to Adelaide for the $100,000 Quit and Win South Australian Cup at Globe Derby Park. 4 years earlier, the Hancock-trained Thorate with Howard James in the sulky won the Adelaide Inter-Dominion Grand Final in a state record 2 minutes, 0.1 second. With Hancock third on stablemate Weona Chief, a year later, Thorate and Hancock returned to win the South Australian Cup. Thorate's track record stood until January 1994, when Weona Warrior, a half-brother to Weona Chief, surged home in the final stages with an electrifying burst, rating 159.6, which carved half a second from Thorate's old mark. Ultrajet was promoted to third after David Aitken protested successfully against Old Black Joe for interference in the home straight.
First quarter in 31 seconds, and the pilot Kawatha Hanover. Old Black Joe within 2 metres. Ultrajet out 3 deep, now tapped up. No run for Willie Cracker or Parley's Pride. Then came Franco Tiger. Further back, Weona Warriors able to shove into the clear 3 deep. In the middle came the Unicorn. On the inside, Hazard Trader. Master Blaster's back to last of all. And also back there is Level Advice. Kawatha Hanover headed off by Old Black Joe. Here goes Weona Warrior. With a big run around the outside, Weona Warrior putting in the big ones. They race off the back. Old Black Joe almost joined by Weona Warrior. Ultrajet in the middle. The Unicorn's been able to get a nice run through the field. Further back in the field, Level Advice. Franco Tiger's had enough. Master Blaster will run last, but Weona Warrior hit the front. On the inside, Old Black Joe. The Unicorn down the outside, but Weona Warrior broke away. The Unicorn, Ultrajet coming again. Old Black Joe still there, but Weona Warrior wins the Quit and Win Cup. Second, the Unicorn. Third, Old Black Joe.
Chokin strengthened his grip on the Grand Circuit title when he completely outclassed his rivals in the $200,000 Victoria Cup at Moonee Valley 3 weeks later. The gelding was awesome. shrugging off a wide barrier into the bargain and going within a half second of the track record as he simply toyed with his rivals. His fourth Grand Circuit win for the season, it was quite possibly his easiest. Running the last mile in 1:58.2, the final 800 metres in 57 seconds, and the last quarter in 28.3. Chokin went to the line under a stranglehold from Tony Herlihy to win by 8 metres. Chokin rated 1:57.2 for the 2,380-metre trip, only a half second outside the track record set by Master Musician a year earlier. His 26th win, 11 in group races from 48 starts. It lifted his career earnings to over $1.2 million.
94. It's Chokin in front by a metre. The New Zealanders 1-2. Blossom Lady travelled up into second placing on the outside. She's almost joining Chokin with a round to go. Zakara third on the outside of Level Advice. Tigerish from last now pulls to the outside, trailed up by Christopher Vance. 3 back on the rail, the Unicorn. The outside is Ultra Jet. He comes out now 3 wide, forcing Tigerish out 4 wide. Then Hilarion Star needing a run, followed by Wiona Warrior. Christopher Vance pulls to the extreme outside. Golden Rain second last, followed by Wiona Warrior. And Gold Label 6 metres away last towards the 450. Second quarter in a 30.8. Chokin leading, held together 2 metres away. Blossom Lady under pressure. Ultra Jet being hard driven out 3 wide. Then Level Advice Sakara. Hilarion Star needs daylight. Tigerish under pressure out 4 wide. In behind them came the Unicorn, followed by Christopher Vance, Golden Rain. Then Wiona Warrior and Gold Label. Around the home turn in the Victoria Cup towards the 200 metres. Third quarter 28.7. And Chokin exploded. He went bang and raced away at the 180. Blossom Lady into second placing. Can't pick him up, followed by Level Advice. Then Ultra Jet. But 4 paces Australia at Chokin racing away with the Victoria Cup. He bolts in. Chokin 10 metres to Blossom Lady, 8 metres away, third Level Advice, then Ultra Jet.
The 11th and final leg of the 1993-94 Australasian Grand Circuit was the $400,000 Inter-Dominion Grand Final at Sydney's Harold Park on March 11. Brian Hancock chalked up his third Inter-Dominion Grand Final win when he partnered Wiona Warrior to victory in the $400,000 event at Harold Park on March 11. Hancock won the 1980 Grand Final also at Harold Park on the Ray Wisby-trained Koala King. Then 10 years later, he trained Thorate to win the Grand Final at Adelaide's Globe Derby Park. Howard James drove Thorate that night, while Hancock drove Wiona Chief into third placing. After a disastrous 8th in his first heat, Wiona Warrior looked to have only a remote chance of making the final, but showed gradual improvement after more patient driving to post a second and a win in his 2 remaining heats to scramble into the 10-horse field. The underdog of this field, even in his own stable, Wiona Warrior started at 25-1, with Valley Champ favourite at 11-4.
Heading into the back now, and the leader is the West Australian Valley Champ. Here's the first challenger now, Ultra Jet, gradually working around the outside. And the American pacer is going up to sit outside of Valley Champ, but he's getting a good run on the first lap, the leader. Madawi Prince is third on the fence. 1-1 now is Justa Boyden. Over on the inside was In Such a half length further back. Wiona Warrior has 1 out and 2 back. A length to Halia, 1.5 to Blossom Lady. 2 lengths to Lake Street and 2.5. Last of all is Warrior Khan, heading up towards the turn with a bit over 2 rounds to go. And the leader is Valley Champ, around the corner by 3/4 of a length to Ultra Jet. Madawi Prince is on the leader's back third. 1 out and 1 back is Justa Boyden. In Such is 5th on the inside. Then Wiona Warrior 1 out 2 back. A length away is Halia. Third last Blossom Lady. Second last Lake Street. And last Warrior Khan. Those last 4 or 5 all racing 1 off the rail as they turn out of the straight short of 2 to go. Valley Champ is getting all his own way in front. Vic Frost is rating him along perfectly in the lead. And as they head to the back, he's a length on Ultra Jet without cover. On the fence behind the leader is Madawi Prince. 1 out and 1 back is Justa Boyden. On the rail, 3 back, the fence is In Such a 1 to Wiona Warrior. He's getting a good run midfield, 1 off the rail. 2 lengths away, Halia. 1.5 to Blossom Lady's third last. Second last, Lake Street. And still Warrior Khan is last of all as they run out of the back of the 1,000-metre mark. Valley Champ is the leader. Comes up the side by 1.5 to Ultra Jet on the outside of Madawi Prince. Now, In Such is coming 1 off the inside, has got 1 off the fence, as Justa Boyden seemed to lose some ground there. Now, Wiona Warrior's also coming one off the fence. Blossom Lady still well back, but here she comes now, the mare. She's starting to ease out. Hallier next from Lake Street, and Warrior Khan still back last and must be spotting Valley Champ 12 or 14 lengths after the bell. The quarters 30.6 and 30.3. And as they head to the back, Valley Champ the leader. 3/4 of a length to Ultrajet. Madawi Prince is under pressure on the inside. In Such as making ground. Further back, Weona Warrior. Then Hallier. Blossom Lady further out. 2 away Lake Street. Warrior Khan and Justa Boyden's dropped out to last. Down the back at the 400-metre mark, and Valley Champ the leader. Ultrajet won't give in. The American pacer, he's sticking on well. In Such a got the third. Weona Warrior saving ground along the rail. Blossom Lady starting a run, but still 4 lengths off the leader. Warrior Khan still 6 lengths off the leader. Vic Frost on Valley Champ. Goes for the whip. He's a neck. Ultrajet who won't give in. A length away. Weona Warrior running on well. And then Hallier in the straight. Valley Champ is under pressure. Ultrajet draws alongside. Weona Warrior comes at them. 3 in line. It's Ultrajet, Valley Champ, Weona Warrior. Brian Hancock again on Weona Warrior. He's won the grand final. Weona Warrior got up to beat Ultrajet the middle, and the head away Valley Champ. Fourth was Hallier. Then followed Blossom Lady. Warrior Khan never in the hunt. Well back was In Such a. And then came Lake Street, Madawi Prince. And Justa Boyden has finished up a distress last.
Weona Warrior picked up another important title early in September when he was named Australian Harness Horse of the Year for 1993-94. In what was possibly the closest vote ever, Weona Warrior received 41% of votes cast by an Australia-wide poll of media representatives to beat the injury-plagued Jack Morris and Chokin. Weona Warrior had 17 starts during the season for 6 wins and 4 placings. With stake earnings of $387,178, he was also Australia's richest pacer for the season under review. In a surprising turnaround, Jack Morris was voted Pacer of the Year for 4-year-olds and over. The West Australian star picked up 43% of votes to win in this category from Weona Chief and Chokin. Only second in his 2 heats, the Barry Purdon trained and Tony Herlihy driven Diamond Field was backed in from 7-4 to 11-8 favouritism for the $110,000 grand final on March 4. It was Purdon and Herlihy's second consecutive win in the championship. Diamond Field, who was 4th to his stablemate Night Allowance in the big race in Auckland a year earlier, was always considered the one to beat in pre-race discussions. So it proved, with the son of Yankee Jolter downing the Carl Middleton trained stablemates Fraggle Rock and Lily the Pink by 3.5 metres, rating 202.9.
Out of the straight now. The lead time on the trot is 1:54.6. They're in the last mile now and heading to the back. Idle Scott from Lily the Pink. The mare sitting up on the outside of the leader, Idle Scott. She's racing without cover, Lily the Pink. Third on the inside is Lennon. 1 out, 1 back is the New South Wales trotter, Lord Wesbang. 5th on the rail is To Learn Rev. A length further back, then Fraggle Rock. Hope reigns supreme on the inside, and then comes Diamond Field, 3 to Breton Abbey, and a length to Game Paul. A lap and a half remaining, and as they head down the side, the leader's broken. Idle Scott has gone into a break, and Lily the Pink has gone around him now. As Idle Scott continues to break and is falling back through the field, and they're all passing him now, and the mare's left in front, Lily the Pink. And around the turn she comes clear, and Lord Wesbang striding up to second around. Lennon on the rail third. 4th is Fraggle Rock, 1 out, 1 back. Then To Learn Rev, followed by Diamond Field, is edging a little bit closer. Game Paul tracking him. Hope reigns supreme on the inside. 5 lengths to Breton Abbey, and a long last Idle Scott. After the bell now, that second quarter, 30.7. They've gone the first half of the last mile pretty quickly. 61 seconds, and as they go past the 600, it's Lily the Pink. A length to Lord Wesbang. Lennon on the rail is third. 4th is Fraggle Rock. Then To Learn Rev, followed by Diamond Field. On the fence, Hope reigns supreme, and then Game Paul. Along the back, though, and still Lily the Pink, the leader at the 400. Lord Wesbang on the outside is under a bit of pressure. On the fence, Lennon. Fraggle Rock coming around the outside, and now Diamond Field is winding up and coming into it. And then To Learn Rev, and a long gap to Game Paul. Lily the Pink, the leader from Lord Wesbang, coming to the turn. Here comes Diamond Field. Diamond Field joining in, and so is Fraggle Rock. On the turn, Lily the Pink, the leader. Here's Diamond Field now down the outside from Fraggle Rock. The Kiwis 1, 2, 3 at the moment as Diamond Field races to the lead from Lily the Pink and Fraggle Rock. Diamond Field in front. He's holding Fraggle Rock and Lily the Pink, and Diamond Field wins the grand final. Diamond Field by 3/4 of a length. Fraggle Rock second. Lily the Pink third. 4th To Learn Rev. Then